What's up? Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's having a great day. Hope everyone had a great, safe 4th of July. Hope everyone ate plenty of food, partied with plenty of friends, enjoyed themselves. But let me come here this morning. I don't know how long it's going to be, but I made a video yesterday morning about the mess that's going on with TC and Just Krista. Yesterday's video is what I said is what it is. I'm not apologizing for anything. I said things that I said. But the title of the video you saw is how to basically it's a how-to guide of how to stay out of mess or get out of mess quickly if you don't want to be in mess here on the YouTube streets. The first thing is if you are having sidebar conversations, if you are doing things on YouTube and doing things off of YouTube with people from YouTube, more than likely you're going to be in some type of mess sooner or later. As Funky always says, either you're going to pay on the front end or you're going to pay on the back end. One of the key things that I've learned just in life in general, watching people, observing people, realizing that I'm no different than anyone else. I'm not special. You know what I'm saying? Or meaning that I'm very special, but what it means that when I say I'm not special is that I'm not special to anyone else but myself. It's no one's responsibility to take care of me or to protect me other than me. So therefore, I need to put things in place in order for me to protect myself. This morning I woke up, you know what I'm saying, and there was a message from TC saying she's watching the replay of yesterday's video and clarify some things. She said she never dated a bunch of people online, but she flirted with a lot of people. And I asked the question, you know what I'm saying, did she date Joyce? Now, she said no, she never dated Joyce or talked to Joyce. Okay, that's fine. And I said, you know what, I don't apologize, but I may have misspoken. I may have misinterpreted, you know what I'm saying, situation. But what I do remember clearly is that TCU and Joyce actually had some type of kerfuffle that looked like a situation where y'all was once talking to each other and or flirting with each other, and y'all had the whole thing blow up in y'all face. Now, I may have misinterpreted the fact that y'all were quote unquote dating, but I do know there were flirting involved and things of that nature, and then y'all had a fallout. My point of it wasn't to say yes, you was dating someone. My point is that if you were this evil person that you're trying to be portrayed to be in this moment, the things that would have been done and said, and as far as the people say that you have went, would have happened previously on here. But the guide to how to stay out of trouble and get out of mess quickly is a lot of y'all on here think y'all are slick. This goes for everybody on here. A lot of y'all do shit behind the scenes, secretly was not. And when the shit gets exposed, opposed to you just say, I did X, Y, Z, yeah, this happened, da, 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 and putting everything out there initially and letting it go, people are going to talk regardless. People are going to say what they want to say regardless. People are going to do and interpret and say whatever they want to say about you regardless. But if y'all start taking responsibility for what y'all done, how y'all done it, the mess that you get in, first of all, will be minimal. And the time that you stay in the mess would be minimal. The problem that I see on here is that everyone wants to blame everyone else. No one wants to take responsibility for what they've done and their part in the situation. Even if your part is, yeah, I knew I should have talked to so and so, so and so behind the scenes. Your part in the situation could be big and or small. But first, you have to acknowledge what you've done. In the situations that I've been here on here and with following mess on here, I said this, I did that. This is what I did. I don't point fingers at everyone else. I'm adult enough and have been adult enough since I've been on here to look in the mirror and say, Food Junkie, you did XYZ, which caused XYZ, led to elemental P. I acknowledge what I've done. I acknowledge what my part of the situation was, and I moved on. The more secrets that y'all be trying to hold back on, I don't want to tell this, or I'm going to save this for later, and I'm going to hold this close to the chest, it leads people to misinterpret. It leads people to come up with their own scenarios or some narratives, however y'all want to say it. It leads to those things. When you're trying to hold something back, when you're trying to hide what you've done or what actually happened, and only one person is talking, but you have a history of things that was not clear anyway, all those things play in a effect as to how people see what you are now presently going through, what you now are presently involved in. And it's not something to be mean, nasty, or vindictive or vicious. Like I said, like I wrote in my little message to her, I don't care one way or the other. I really truly don't. My point is, I don't like when people, this is what I'm saying now, I don't like when people who was involved in something try to use it as a read, roast, gag, and or drag after the fact, as if they were not involved in it to begin with. Like I said yesterday in the video, if I wasn't into something and someone did something that I wasn't into, it stopped. That would be the first and last time I was experienced to that. And if it didn't stop, I will immediately cut your ass off. That's point blank, period. Like I said, I don't understand how people don't realize who, especially people who have seen me for a while. And TC have been here for a minute. She's been over here to looking at videos. We've interacted, you know what I'm saying, very casually on here. Hey, how you doing? Watching a video, stuff like that. Nothing like we never talked. I think we was going to do some type of information about me being at Morehouse and her doing some type of HBCU situation was that. Yeah, so we was doing something like that, or was it talks to do it? I don't know, but we never talked outside of YouTube. But my thing is, if y'all want to stay out of mess, when you find yourself in some mess, my advice is just come out with what happened. Don't add nothing to it. Don't take away nothing from it. Don't try to be the victim of it. This is what happened. This is what I did. This is what they did. Period. Now, whatever else, however people choose to run with that, they choose to run with it. But I find, not only here on YouTube, but in real life, if there are mistakes made on your part, own up to those mistakes, move the hell on, and let the cards fall where they may. But it's the problem that people do a bunch of shit, period, on in real life and here on YouTube, and then try to hide their hands. When you're throwing rocks and hiding your hands, that's where the problems come. What's up? When you're throwing rocks and trying to hide your hands, you know what I'm saying? That's where the problem comes. You can't do stuff behind the scene with other people, have a falling out, knowing that you're in an area where people like to expose things and think that you're going to come out unscathed. The best thing to do is get ahead of the story to take the wind out of the story. I've always said that. I've always said the best advice I can give you is to get ahead of the story. Tell your side first. Talk about what you've done. and how it led to what is happening, what's going on. But it draws questions about your character for me. This is just for me, and it goes for everybody. I'm not talking about the situation in particular. I'm talking about everybody. It draws into question your character for me when you choose to sit back and have all these crazy stories swirling around you and have everyone else trying to fight for you who wasn't there, who didn't experience what someone else experienced. I've always say that I don't know what your experience is with certain people. It may be great. It may be fantastic. It may be marvelous. But you can't tell me about my experience with certain people. I'll always say that. My experience with someone may be totally different than your experience with someone. See, the part of adulting that I practice and have always practiced is being accountable for self, being accountable for what I've done, being accountable for what I know to be true, what my truth actually is. And normally, my truth pretty much is what actually happened. Because I don't walk around this world with rose colored glasses on. I don't look at myself as, oh, I'm Fujiki, so therefore I can get away with. No, I'm not special. I could be cussed at, I could be yelled at, I can't be dragged because you can't drag me with what I'm going to say, how I am. You can't drag me with that because you can't take me anywhere that I don't want to go. And to drag someone is that, to take me somewhere that I don't want to go, to forcefully manipulate me to think, feel, act, react a certain way. No, it can't happen. I practice also the art of adulting. I also practice the art of ignoring. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you're going through. I don't care about your goods, your bads, your pains, your joys. I don't care about all that. If it doesn't affect me specifically, personally, financially, emotionally, if it doesn't involve me, I really truly don't care. Because I understand that we all go through things. We all have things that we go through that we must experience. And it's up to us as individuals to learn from that so we can live a better life and live a better way. So I don't get involved in the minutia of things. Do I have an opinion about everything? Yes, I have an opinion about everything that goes on here that I hear about, that I bear witness to. But do I care about it? Not really, because it doesn't affect me. But in order to stay out of mess or to get out of mess as quick as possible or as soon as possible, if you don't want to be in the mess, if you have it's different if you don't have a voice on here. If you don't jump on panels, if you don't talk a lot in the chat, if you don't do interviews, if you haven't done this previously, that's a difference. But if you're known to have a voice and have been on panels and have voiced your opinions, that you may not have a channel in which where you make videos yourself personally, but you have avenues in which you can express yourself and tell your side of stories. And when you don't do that, you lead people to misinterpret. You lead people to have a misunderstanding of who you are and what your character is. Like, it'd be crazy for me, food junkie. See how I acknowledge myself and what I do and how it would look crazy for me to say, oh, well, all I did was da da da, and I didn't even do nothing. Knowing damn well I'm on here flirting with everybody, at least I was, being provocative on here, talking to a person because it was like, no one else could say, well, yeah, he talked to me behind the scenes and he was no, that was it was one person and that was for a purpose. That's how y'all know what I do on here is purposeful. I walk through my life purposeful. with a purpose. Oh, this is the goal. Okay, let's play this goal. Let's play this scenario out. No one else on here can tell you. Oh yeah, he sent me a picture of his extremities. No, I sent one picture to one person for a goal, and that didn't come out until I brought it out here. Because it wasn't going to be, oh, well, yeah, he sent me this or that. No, it wasn't that. I did it, and it was for this reason right here. And the reason has never changed. My story has never changed. I acknowledge what I do. I acknowledge my part in the situation. Even if I started, even if I finished it, I acknowledge my part in the situation. A lot of y'all get caught up in these stupid ass, non-essential, non-consequential situations because y'all choose to try to have the good image. You can fuck about that. Nobody on here can do anything to me or for me that's going to hurt me in any way, shape, or form. Call a job, release this, release that. No. Because if it's not mine to have, it's not mine to hold on to. And if some stranger, some random can call or do something to that cost me whatever I have or that I hold on to or that I find precious, it wasn't mine to begin with. It wasn't mine to hold on to. And that's the mindset of an adult. Someone who's very realistic, not only with the world, but with themselves. A lot of y'all have this sense of grandeur where y'all don't need to have that. A lot of y'all live in this state of delusion where you truly need to wake up and realize that you are not special. Like I said, I am not special. I'm great. I'm fantastic. I'm fabulous. I'm everything that I want to be. But being all those things and knowing all of that about myself still does not make me special. And when I say I'm not special, I mean I'm not special to any of y'all on here. The ones who watch will watch for a moment. The ones who support will support for a moment. But if I choose to fall off a cliff, do something that they don't like, I am discarded. So why would I live my life based on the contingency that everyone that supports and likes me for the moment will be there to always support and like me? Y'all see this all the time on here, but yet y'all still don't get the lesson. That's why a lot of y'all repeat the same shit over and over and over and over and over again. A new crop of content creators comes in, y'all repeat the same shit. A new crop of subscribers come in, y'all repeating the same shit. And wonder why the cycle of chaos and confusion and nonsense continues to go. I've been involved in a couple things on here. Once. I've been involved in a couple things on here. Once. You do not see me going through the same cycle of bullshit over and over and over again. The redundancy of bullshit and chaos, I don't do in my real life and on YouTube. I don't repeat the same bullshit over and over again. I don't live in the same bullshit over and over again. When I say eat the meat and spit out the bones, take in and learn the lessons that you need to learn from and everything that you go through, I'm a living example of that. That's why I'm not making 1,000 videos arguing with someone, going back and forth to someone. If I don't fuck with you, I just don't fuck with you. It's okay. And if there's a problem, we can always have a conversation face to face and see if we have the same energy for each other. It's very simple for me. I told y'all my life is very simple, very easy, very easygoing. I'm a very easygoing person, I'm a very cool person, what's not, but my life is very simple. Everything is black and white. What's up? There is no interpretations of craziness. Either this happened or it didn't happen. Either I like this or I don't like this. There's no gray areas. I don't say no gray areas because I would leave some gray area. There's very little gray areas in my life. If I mess with you, you know it. If I don't, you know that as well. And I don't mean I gotta be nasty to you or mean to you or rude to you. It's not. I just simply look past you. I simply ignore you or ignore the situation that causes. If we need to work together, we get the job done. And that's it. There's no extras. There's no that leads to misinterpretations. That leads to um, misunderstandings, and that leads to confusion and chaos. Why would I purposely cause chaos in my life when I don't want that in my life? When I want to live a soft life mentally, emotionally, spiritually, why would I bring demonic craziness and chaos and confusion into my life? That's through situations or through people. From the very beginning, I've always said I watch how people befriend each other and defriend each other. I've always said that. This is one of the first videos I ever made, talking about how I've noticed what y'all do on here, how y'all fall out, how y'all get back together, how y'all come together like Voltron against people. I've always seen it. I've always understood what this was. What's up, Linda? How you doing, baby? And how I'm not going to be caught up in that nonsense. And if I happen to slip into it every once in a while, that's fine. But I would never stay there because I know what irritates me, what I'm not going to put up with, what I'm not going to do, what I'm not going to stand for too long or stand in for too long. And mess is one of those things, and how you stay out of the mess or how you get out of the mess quickly is just simple. And I'm not saying you owe anyone anything, but if your name is ringing in these streets in a way that you don't want it to ring, if your name is popping in these streets in a way that you don't want it to be popping, the best way is to defuse the situation and not defuse it by lying, but just want to say, this is what happened, this is what I did, and what? Now what? Take the air out of the balloon. But like I've always say, y'all, like I always say, this is the most attention that a lot of y'all have ever received in y'all life. There's a lot of, you know what I'm saying, eyes and ears and mouths that have been on you in your life. I can tell who's popular on here and who wasn't popular on here, who have lived in their truth on here and who have not lived in their truth on here. I can tell those things. God has blessed me with that talent of discernment. I can go up and down this content creator roster and tell you what group you belonged in high school. And I guarantee you, if I looked in your yearbooks from your schooling, I will be, I won't say 100% right, but damn it, it'll be a high percentage of me being right. Simply based on how y'all act on here, how y'all, the attention y'all seek on here, the mask that y'all wear on here, how y'all choose to present and represent yourselves on here. A little bit of popularity goes to your head. A little bit of acknowledgement goes to your head. A little bit of, hey, how you doing? And I got a couple of numbers goes to your head. Because that mindset that you had growing up in the situation that you've been in manifests itself in your adult life and your adult behavior. You may not recognize it, you may not see it, but those of us who have, you know what I'm saying, opened up, dealt with things that they need to deal with, the traumas that they have dealt with in the past, we can see those things in other people. We can recognize those things because we saw it in ourselves and we decided to fix those things. We decided to move forward, move ahead. Don't be stuck in that same mindset. And that's what adulting is. Adulting is taking responsibility for your own self. Well, let me rephrase that. Adulting is taking responsibility for self, for your actions. Adulting is not always looking at what someone else done to you, but how did you contribute to the situation that you're currently in? Why are you over here? Why are you over here? You don't like me. I don't play those games with people like that. So I'm going to go ahead and block you because I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Play with someone else. Yeah. Not fighting with people, not arguing with people. It's not. I said what the fuck I said. If I know you don't like me and you play these stupid ass games with me, I'm an adult. Play childish games with someone else. With my 3 people in the chat, I don't need extra eyes on me. Sorry. Watch from the bushes. Do what you need to do, but don't come over here with that because I don't play those games. I'm not like everybody else. I told you I'm different. I don't care. See how that happened, y'all? See how that just happened? Me knowing who I am, I'm not going to allow someone that I know who don't like me, who is a flippy floppy, come in here and drop down to my chat. You can hear all day long, but don't drop down. You don't get the privilege to come into my home to make me feel uncomfortable or try to make me feel comfortable or even to reconcile. No, I don't buy it. I don't want it. Take that shit somewhere else. Go onto your channel and talk all the shit you want because I won't hear it because I don't watch you. I will not drop down in your chat. I will not go see what you say. I don't care enough about your opinion on me. See, y'all can tell I never gave a fuck about being liked by the masses. I've never been a person to try to impress someone else. Because, baby, I'm impressive by myself. He's impressive by himself because he knows who he is. He knows the work that he had put in at a very early age. And when I say early age, I mean young teens. I told you, once I realized what I was, the presence that I have, the gifts that God has blessed me with, why the purpose he put me here, I've always been that person. And I've told you that came from a very early age. I've never needed someone to tell me, "Oh, Food Junkie, you're special, baby." I know that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for realizing it and watching it and understanding it and recognizing it. Thank you. But I know this. God has blessed me. Even when times where I was going through it, I was still being blessed because I was being taught lessons that have gotten me where I am today. I'm not repeating situations that I don't want to repeat, that I already learned from. I'm not arguing with people or talking to people or communicating with people where I get nothing from it. Empty vessels. Call me an asshole, call me shady, call me conceited, call me whatever you want to call me. But do it from a distance. Because it is what it is. I don't care. one way or the other. If I give an opinion, if I misspeak, if I misinterpret, if I misunderstand, it's not malicious. It's simply based on what I know of you, based on the history of you and the history of your behavior. I'm coming up with these conclusions. And if the conclusion is wrong, you can correct me. I'm not above being corrected. Y'all see how open I am to being corrected? But let me tell you, if I say something was not that is misunderstood or misinterpreted, it's because the signals and signs that was out there led to me being misinterpreted, because I don't care enough to make up a story about anyone. I don't care enough to do all that. It's not going to affect my life one way or the other by me making up a story about you. Me talking about what you've done on here that I've seen and heard is one thing, but it's not about me trying to belittle someone, or it's not about me trying to put you down to lift myself up. I'm already where I'm meant to be in this moment. And that's the difference between me and the majority of people on here. I say the majority because that's what I mean. Because there's about, say, 10 to 15% that have it going on, have it mentally going on, who's not on here for all the nonsense. Without, yeah, yes, there's a percentage of us that will watch it. Like, But the majority of people who wants to be in it constantly, that is a problem. There is truly a mental illness. There's truly some abandonment issues. There's truly trauma that they haven't dealt with, because no one, and I mean no one, I don't care if it's entertainment, I don't care if it's escapism, no one wants to be in devastating travesty and craziness and degradation all day long, every day. No one wants to hear that every day, all day long. That's not a sane person's reality. That's a crazy person's reality. All you're involved in is craziness. You're going from panel to panel to panel to panel, to place to place to place to place, to try to catch the tea. How does that affect your life in a positive way? Take care of your home. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. Take care of your mental ability. Put forth steps to ensure that you are taken care of mentally and emotionally. And stop relying on the kindness of a stranger. And that's emotionally, that's financially, that's physically, that's spiritually. If you're not a complete individual, how do you expect someone else to fill you up? Like I say, you guys, don't allow people to tell you who you are, because then you give them the power to break you down and to tell you what you're not. All the things that I've been saying over these past several years, my little quotes, my little silliness, was not, there's always a lesson in it. There's always something that you can take from it to help you be better. I told y'all why I chose the name Food Junkie. Yes, not only do I want to feed you delicious food, I want to feed your spirit. I want to feed your mind. I want to feed your soul. I want you to crave better for yourself. I want you to look for how to better yourself, as if you are a junkie, as if you want that fix. It doesn't have to come from me. Thank you, baby. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to come from me, but I want you to crave that. I want you to fiend for it. I want you to be looking for it in the daylight with a flashlight. I want you to have your daily fix of positivity, of affirmations. Not from me, but Look for that within yourself. Give yourself that daily affirmation. Feed yourself. You know what I'm saying? Feed your own soul. Feed your own mentalness. Your mental. You know what I'm trying to say? Shit. I'm not perfect. I'm not always going to use the right words or the right terms or use the right tones or the right things, but I want that for you because I have it for myself. I would be selfish if I have all this, how I know the goodness of positivity and the goodness of self love if I keep it to myself. Just like if I make a good dish, a good piece of food, a good plate, I would be remiss if I kept it to myself and not share it with people in my life and share the pictures with y'all. Well, I used to do that more often than I do now because it's like it's not appreciated. Y'all don't want that. Y'all want the degradation. Y'all want the destruction. Y'all want the messiness. Y'all want the nastiness. And when you don't get that fix of stupidity and craziness, it becomes all this place is boring. It doesn't pop it off. That's also what's going on in this sector. You don't have to look for it because I don't look for it. I just run across it. But yeah, how to get out of the mess that a lot of y'all stay in, buried in, that have um came over you is by just acknowledging your part in it and moving the hell on. Acknowledging what you've done, telling the truth to yourself, telling the truth to others. It's already out here. So now you're gonna lead it to someone who wasn't there, who don't like you, who made, you know what I'm saying, whatever can it be, for their interpretations of it. The whole thing with old boy and that group over there. That's fine. We all see what happened. We don't need to know the details of what happened was not, but it ain't the time. Okay, it ain't the time. And now that happened what, a month ago or so? Now no one really cares. Really, no one cares. Will they talk about it? Sorry, they. Will we talk about it when we get the more details of it? Yeah, but point is, no one's gonna hound you down or whatever. We thought we thought what we thought. We think what we think, and it ain't gonna change until someone come out here and tell the truth about what really happened, and it's okay or not. But yeah, I don't get it. But like I said, if I know you don't like me and you don't threaten me and you don't all this other stuff was not lied on me, whatever, don't drop down in my chat. Please don't do that. Because all I'm gonna do is block you. And I know it doesn't mean anything because me being blocked doesn't mean anything to me. But a lot of y'all, that rejection cuts y'all like a knife. That's why I do it. I told you, I'm honest. I'm honest. The person I just blocked, I know that rejection cuts them like a knife. Good morning, baby. How you doing? That rejection cuts them like a knife. And that's why I did it. I told you I'm an asshole. I don't care about you. Don't do the shit that you do. Don't act the way you act. Don't act out the way you act out and expect me to care anything about you. No. Don't attack me for no reason. Don't talk shit about me for no reason. Because I'll give you a reason to talk shit about me. Do y'all know the last time that we fell out? Well, the person fell out with me. The same thing happened. I was live one morning. They dropped down to my chat. I spoke nicely. We had a good interaction. By 5 o'clock that evening, I was being cussed out by that individual for no reason whatsoever. I don't repeat the same mistakes. Show me who you are, and I believe it. Good morning. What's up, baby? How you doing? Show me who you are, and I believe it. I don't play those games. I'm not like everybody else on here, giving you chance after chance after chance. Was not giving you. No, I don't need your. I don't need none of that. Go cuss, go fuss, go do what you need to do. But don't say too much because if you say too much, I'm gonna say too much. I'm just saying I have no filter. I have no care in the world about you. I really don't. You want to hold on to the couple strands of mental health beads you got? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. You did what you did. I did what I did. I said what the fuck I said. Now you be quiet. Because there's no reason for you to come over here. There's no reason for you to drop down. None. Especially after what you done said about me. There's no reason for you to drop down over here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, this is just some advice for me, who's been through a little bit over here, who was in and out of it, who don't, who's not involved in mess over here, who don't do all this back and forth with people on over here. In order for you to stay out of the mess or spend as little time in mess as possible, is just to simply acknowledge what your part in the mess was. How did I contribute to what happened, to what is happening? What did I do? Thank you, baby. Period. It leaves less room for misinterpretations. It leaves less room for misunderstandings. And if people do misunderstand or misinterpret, it's because they choose to. And you know that they weren't there for you anyway. If someone purposely chooses to misunderstand what you said, or misunderstand or misinterpret what you said or what you do, they're not for you anyway. So not only does it help you stay out of mess for long periods of time, it also reveals who's for you and who's not for you. It's a twofer. I did XYZ. My part of it was this right here. I took the picture. Y'all know I'm messy, but I took the picture. But this is why I took the picture. Because within the first time we spoke with each other, I was asked questions such as, what did I think about you when I first saw you? After you knew that I was married. That combined with all the other little stories I heard you come out your mouth say, you don't mind being a side piece, you don't mind waiting for Nick, and you're a dick pig. Okay, so let me see your picture. It's just a picture. That's how I contribute to the situation. Sitting in the picture, being messy, being petty. And everything that ensued after that, I was in control over. Because I made the decision to do what I did to do. I'm just saying, like, I'm not the smartest person on the block. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. But I'm sure hell not the dullest or the dumbest person on the block. When I see something, I make the intentional move to either engage in it or not. It's all intentional. Even me ignoring you is very intentional. Me blocking you is very intentional. Because I don't intend to deal with the bullshit. I will not be harassed. I will not be poked and picked at. I don't care enough about this to be poked and picked at by people. And I don't care if you like me or don't like me. I really don't. Like, that's not going to affect me one way or the other. This is social media. This is a form of entertainment. This is a form of escapism. This is not my livelihood. This is not my life. This doesn't give me oxygen. This doesn't allow oxygen to be, you know what I'm saying, produced and transferred throughout my body. No. I'm okay not coming on here. I'm okay not giving my opinion or my thoughts. It's not like I have to let y'all know how I feel, because what's it going to change? People still going to do what they want to do. They're still act the way they want to act. But I do come on here to give a different side of a story or different side of a situation, how I interpret it, which I think is very clear. But yeah, like I said, if I misspoke, If I misinterpreted something, the fact is you have done a lot of flirting on here, openly flirting on here. And you also done a lot of behind the scenes on here that we don't know about. You have got into these seemingly spats with other women that you flirted with. That's my point. Be it you dated them, but how do you date someone when you don't see them? I know there's certain things that are long distance or whatnot, but yeah, or pen paling people whatnot, whatever, however you all want to call it. But don't act like I'm just making stuff up out of thin air. You and that individual did get into a skirmish on here that looked like a lover's triangle or a lover's spat. I'm just saying. But yeah, y'all, I ain't want much. This is your boy Food Junkie, you know what I'm saying? I said what I said. I do what I do. Whoever wants to respond to it, that's fine. I mean, I hear it. I mean, I see it unless you write it in my comment section or whatnot. But I'm not going out to look for anything. Never have, never will. I don't care. Like that. When I told you the first time that I realized that people were watching me who are content creators was when I was at the store. I got off of work one afternoon during the weekend. You know, I always watch Deanna. D. Ramsey was visiting her in Charleston, and they were talking about me. Not in a bad way, was not, but talking about how I sit in my car and drive to work and like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Because I don't. I'm going to work. I just bust out laughing. I guess I dropped down in the chat and said hey or something, and they saw my name and was like, started to say, oh, that Food Junkie was da 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 da. Like, oh, like, could I bust out laughing? It was funny to me. Because the reality is, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Why would I care about people that I don't know? About what they're going through? Shit, we all go through something. Like I said, we all get sick. We all die. It's what happens to all of us sooner or later. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, that's horrible. What's horrible? That you didn't take care of yourself? That you didn't watch your mouth so you got slapped up? Hey, what's horrible? As an adult, you need to make the decisions that take care of yourself and protect yourself. Even if that means you being quiet, even if that means you walking away. You know? So if you don't care, why should I care? Why should I care more about your mental health, your well-being, your financial situation, or whatever everyone's going through than you are? That you're not going through the steps to fix it. That's just me, though. That's just my little interpretation of situations. Like I can't be upset because I'm broke, but yeah, I'm still spending money that I don't have. You know, I just bought 3 pair of shoes yesterday, and I can't be upset because I don't have no money. You don't got no money to pay your bills. Don't buy 3 pair of shoes. If you can't afford 3 pair of shoes and pay your bills at the same time and eat, don't buy 3 pair of shoes. Don't buy a new jacket that you don't need. Don't buy a new outfit that you don't need, but you just like the way it looks, and you know that you don't look good in it when you wear it. Finally, I can't be up here, y'all know the rent's coming up due, the mortgage's coming up due, my car insurance and my car note, and I'm hungry. Can y'all help me out? But yeah, you see me with a new outfit on. You see me with new clothes. I'm bragging about eating steak and lobster and crab legs and things, scallops and shrimps, lamb chops, bone and ribeye steaks. But I'm depending on y'all to provide that for me. No, that's crazy. That's crazy. Now, while I appreciate the support that people do give, you know what I'm saying? It'd be crazy for me to, once again, not take responsibility for my part in the situation that I'm in. It all boils down to taking personal responsibility, taking personal accountability. Even when you get into mess, because you gave an opinion. I try to give an opinion or commentary to where it's not biased and where it's not, I'm saying, crazy, where I'm picking at people or it's not. But sometimes people will get misinterpreted or offended by what I say because it's, I guess, a little bit too spot on, a little bit, hits a little bit too much, sounds a little bit too much like right. And we'll talk shit about it. It's okay. That's part of me being me as well. Next time, if I don't want it to happen, keep my mouth shut. If I want to engage with you, don't engage with you. Let you say what you want to say. Now what? Anyway, y'all, I won't much. I'm going to come here really quick to say that was not. There's a simple way to get out of, or to stay out of mess and to not be in. If you haven't found yourself in mess, not be there for long. It is basically called personal accountability. Personal accountability. Stop looking at everyone else as a problem and realize what you've done to be involved in or create the nonsense that you're going through. I don't know much, y'all. I love you guys, but as always, I say it's not important that I love you. It's more important that you love someone else, you love yourself, you respect someone else, and you definitely respect yourself. Y'all have a great day. Y'all be safe. The weekend's coming up. Just be safe, you guys, and truly try to be your best selves. We'll talk to you crazy kids later. This is your boy Food Junkie, and I'm out, you guys. I holla. Bye.